is later tonight. Ron Harris, B.G. James was last week with James winning, and Siaki defeated Lynn. So James and Siaki have advanced, as well as Jarrett, and it's time for a second-round matchup in that tournament. And there you take a look at the wrestlers that have advanced. Jarrett, James, Siaki, all moving into the semifinals. And coming up next, it is Sonny Siaki in his second-round tournament matchup against B.G. James. There they are, Siaki and James. Who will advance to get a shot at the NWA gold?
The following contest is a qualifying match for a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight title. About to make his way to the ring from the island of Samoa, weighing in at 249 pounds, Sonny Siaki.
It is time for the first semifinal matchup in our tournament where the winner gets that NWA title shot. Sonny Siaki advanced by beating Jerry Lynn last Wednesday, but put an asterisk next to the win. Siaki used the ropes for extra leverage to get the victory, but bottom line, Sonny Siaki is now just 2 victories away from a shot at the NWA World's title.
And his opponent, he weighs in at 249 pounds, B.G. James.
Well, B.G. James took advantage of Ron Harris being distracted last week to score a win, and he advanced.
Sonny Siaki, I couldn't help but overhear that interview. You know, the one where you said you were sexy and good looking? Well, yeah, you're good looking. About as good looking as this ass cheek, with this ass cheek doing your makeup. Cocky Siaki, it appears that tonight I am your window of opportunity. But remember this, I can make you and I can break you. But first, Sonny, I got a question for you. Do you like to dance? Well, if you don't know how, don't worry. I'll lead. You just follow. You see, we're going to do a little something called the BG Shuffle. And the G stands for get it, got it, good.
And here we go.
It's
right
on.
At the opening bell. It is on with Sonny Siaki on the attack. If you will recall last week, NWA representative Bob Armstrong replaced his own hand-picked choice, Don Harris, as referee. And in the matchup with B.G. James, that distracted brother Ron Harris. Just like that, James moves into the semifinals of the tournament. And just like Sonny Siaki, B.G. James is only 2 wins from a shot at the NWA title.
Good point, though, Mike. Both these guys are here because of controversy. Jerry Lynn and Sonny Siaki. Not saying that Siaki might not have won the match, but he had his feet on the ropes, and the referee hadn't seen it because he had just been knocked down earlier.
Took a shortcut is what he did.
That's exactly right. It was a fantastic match, and Siaki impressed a lot of people. And B.G. James did the same thing in the Ron Harris match. But there was controversy involved when his own father, Bullet Bob Armstrong, came out, changed referees, and maybe changed the whole scope of the match. So, right now, the two are going to have to settle this ring.
Yeah, but if you notice, when they put the revised tournament brackets out, it still said James and Siaki. They weren't asking any questions. They advanced right on to this round. And this is one of the semifinal matchups, and B.G. James goes for a pin here in the opening minutes of this matchup against Siaki. And referee Andrew Thomas puts in the count, but just a 2 count for James.
I'm anxious to see this match because it's really the first time that we're going to see what B.G. James is all about with a quicker opponent, or maybe even a smaller opponent that he's faced in the past. He's faced a lot of big heavyweights. Tonight, Siaki, who's a former X Division member and has the size to win the NWA title.
Yeah, Siaki is almost like one of those tweeners.
That's right.
He can compete in the X Division, but at the same time, he can compete with the heavyweights as well.
I hate to say it, Mike, because he's so cocky already, but he's almost like a Muhammad Ali when he first came up into the heavyweight division. He came in as a light heavyweight, and he was just beating everybody like Sonny Liston, who was 30, 40 pounds heavier.
And Siaki drops down with all of his weight across the knee of B.G. James. Pretty obvious here that he's going to try and take the wheels away from B.G. James, try and ground him. Not that you're going to see too many top rope high-risk moves from B.G. James, but this is something that is playing into Sonny Siaki's game plan, something that he's using in terms of strategy as he goes right back to work on the leg of James.
But then again, though, B.G. James is somebody like what Siaki's not faced. He's used to facing the quicker guys, like Jerry Lynn and you know, Jorge Estrada and those guys. And somebody that can just kind of, I don't hate to use the term plot along, but can just keep the focus and keep the match grounded could really cause Siaki problems.
And again, if we can reinforce the importance of this matchup, this is a semifinal bout in our ongoing tournament. We saw the brackets earlier, and as you saw, the winner of this match moves on to the finals.
That's right.
Quick roll up here by James.
So much at stake right here.
2 count before Siaki kicks out.
The winner gets a shot at the championship.
Right, the winner of this match goes on for one more bout.
That's right, you're right.
And then the winner of that match, this is the semifinals.
2 matches away.
Exactly. 2 wins away, just 2-3 counts or 2 submissions from a shot at the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion.
But the new champion could very easily come out of this bracket. The experience of B.G. James and the up-and-coming Sonny Siaki, who has impressed everybody in the last few weeks. And look at this move, Mike.
Yeah, continuing his focus on the legs and knees of Brian James, this time with a variation of an Indian deathlock, and at the same time putting his own leg right in the middle of the deathlock and then leaning back with all of his weight, using a bridge to avoid a 3 count. You know, I've seen in the past wrestlers who have used that move that did not bridge out of it, as Sonny Siaki just did, and they had their own shoulders counted down for the 3 count. That move can backfire on you if you're not prepared, and Siaki certainly is that. Stakes out the leg and cannonballs down with all of his weight across that knee.
Mike, have you noticed how cunning Siaki has been lately? He seems like he picks a body part and concentrates on it.
Yeah, think of the match last week with Jerry Lynn.
The neck.
Yeah, we thought he was going to go in and work on the knee,
which he did the previous match.
When we found out that Jerry Lynn's knee was back at almost 100%, Siaki was able to reinvent himself on the fly, adapt his strategy, work on the neck, and tonight he has, again, the strategy of a veteran. A veteran much wiser than the years that Sonny Siaki has been in the wrestling business, as he worked on the knee of Brian James, who now takes him up
right here at the table.
Face first goes Siaki right into our broadcast table.
Now B.G. James has got to do something to get this momentum turned around. Siaki was working on his leg, and you can see B.G. James limping, but he's a veteran for many years.
Yeah, B.G. James trying to fight through that pain, but pretty obvious to us here at ringside that he is still favoring the knee.
Again, Sonny Siaki tries to find a weakness, pinpoint it, and there he is, sweeping the leg, Mike. Finds it, pinpoints it, and goes after it from start to finish. It's pretty smart strategy.
It really is. His cockiness, his ego, you know, are things that will drive you crazy about Sonny Siaki, but at the same time, when you see him come into a matchup with such a sound game plan as he has here tonight, as he did last week, and really the last several weeks against Jerry Lynn, you have to give him credit.
Well, Siaki knows that if you're 75%, you're not going to beat his 100% anytime. And that's what he tries to do.
Desperation right by James. Still, you can see that the leg and the knee bothers him. Doubled over with the boot to the midsection. Springing off the ropes is Siaki. Takes James down, slow to cover. And does not go for the pin. Instead, heads back out to the top. Oh, well, it's Jerry Lynn who's come down to ringside.
Now, there's no love between these two, Mike.
None whatsoever.
No, and now Siaki obviously knows Jerry's up to something. These two hate each other worse than any two I've ever seen, and the distraction is giving B.G. James a shot, Mike.
Flying forearm smash by B.G. James. Drops down with the knee. Maybe that momentary distraction can prove the difference, too.
No, I thought he had it. Oh, would that have been something if Jerry Lynn had caused Siaki to lose that match? We'd have seen another brawl right here and now.
Yeah, remember in the past we've seen Siaki cost Lynn the NWA World's title. That would have been certainly turnabout fair play.
And not to mention last week, Siaki beat Lynn for this qualifying tournament, and he did it illegally.
B.G. James pump handle up.
Oh, yes.
Drives him down to the
Here we
ring.
go.
Pulls away. Gets two.
He got it. B.G. James advances.
The winner of the match and advancing to the qualifying finals for a shot at the World Heavyweight title, B.G. James.
Well, B.G. James, the man who says get it, got it, good, is just one win away from a shot at the NWA World Champion. B.G. James has advanced to the finals. Later in tonight's broadcast, we will have another first-round matchup, qualifying round bout, with Six-Pac against Brian Lawler. That was a matchup that was delayed a week, postponed a week because of a dislocated hip that was suffered by Six-Pac. I understand that he's back, feels great, and is ready to compete here in the NWA TNA.
Well, they have a little bit more at stake in